Warning. This video contains mostly opinions backed up with very little facts. If you clicked on this video expecting logical information and competitive reasoning, then this video is not right for you, as it may cause unhealthy spouts of anger. Common side effects to anger include yelling, screaming, chest pain, nausea, drowsiness, fevers, headaches, vomiting, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, lung disease, mood swings, depression, and in extreme cases, death. Do not watch this video if you're taking nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. To avoid long-term injury, please seek immediate medical attention for an anger spout lasting more than 4 hours. Talk to your doctor before watching this video to see if Goldenrod Central top 5s are right for you. What's crackalackin, Goldenrod Central? This is your main man Quinstafon coming at you with the weekly top 5 on the channel. And last week, guys, you came through, you showed up during that video, and I think you guys enjoyed it, which is awesome. But we had a straw poll in that video, and thank you so much if you participated in it and you voted, and your votes are in, guys. Last week, we did my favorite Pokemon. This week, we had the choices of the top 5 Generation 1 Pokemon, the top 5 my favorite types, the top 5 best gym leaders in all of Pokemon, and the top 5 grass Pokemon. And the votes came through as follows. Top 5 grass type Pokemon had 0 votes. Oh well. The top 5 best gym leaders had 1 vote. My favorite Pokemon types and the top 5 Generation 1 Mons were neck and neck. But what came out on top was the top 5 Gen 1 Mons with 3 votes, and the favorite types was 2 votes. So without further ado, we're hopping right into this top 5. Before we started off, guys, I'm going to throw a disclaimer out there. I started playing Pokemon in Generation 2, in the tail end of Generation 2, and then Generation 3 was the bulk of my Pokemon. So I don't have much nostalgia attached with Generation 1 Pokemon unless I have used them in later generations. So, based on that, if your favorite Pokemon is not in this list, I'm sorry. If I would have played through Gen 1 when I was a child, I might have loved it. Another disclaimer is I left out all starters, all legends, and all pseudo-legendaries because, to be honest, guys, if I included them, that would be the whole list. Because you already know that Mewtwo's a baller, all of the birds are great, and the starters in Gen 1 are phenomenal. So that would just be a boring list, and I'd just be talking about Charizard, and Mewtwo, and Venusaur, and Blastoise, and Mew, and that would be the list. But we're not doing that. So, starting off this top 5 list with the number 1 spot is Arcanine.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good little puppy? You are. Yes, you are. You're such a good boy.
I'm sorry for this reference, guys, but it is so fluffy! I'm gonna die! Oh my goodness. Arcanine, Arcanine, Arcanine. Look at that face. Look at him. Look at him with his paws in the air, just on his back, like all rolling around, like I'm just gonna love you and everything, and then set fire to your house, but it's okay, because I love you. This thing is, oh, it's so great. It's so fluffy, and it's so cuddly. I wouldn't want to get near those claws, but, just clip those claws, and you're good to go. I love dogs. I myself might throw some people all out of whack with this, but I myself am a cat person. But I love dogs. Just because I'm a cat person doesn't mean I don't love dogs. I do love dogs. And Arcanine and Growlithe are adorable. They're so cute. It just kills me. And above that, I love fire types. The fire typing is one of my favorite types. I'm probably going to say that about every single type I ever mention, but I just love fire types. So Arcanine fits that bill. Dog, adorable, fluffy, fire type. Boom. Good to go. In the number 4 spot, we have the lovable Lapras. Now, Lapras is such a good guy. If you look at Lapras and think, oh, that's just a hooligan and he's not a good guy and I don't know what he thinks he's doing, you're wrong. Lapras, he just helps people travel across the seas. He just is he's like a fairy. Not like a fairy like a pixie fairy, but like a fairy like a boat that, travels from place to place and takes people from one shore to the next overseas. And to do that, you gotta be a good guy. You can't just be like, oh, I just don't like people, but I'm gonna do this anyway. No, Lapras has a huge heart. Lapras's heart is bigger than him. He's just a loving person. And yes, Lotad's Dex entry says that it carries Pokemon across lakes and stuff, but ain't nobody trying to fit on a Lotad. If you had to pick between a Lotad and a Lapras what to travel on, that's like picking between like a John boat and a huge, gigantic cruise ship. Like, there's no competition. I'm sorry, Lotad. I love you. But you're not going to get picked to be rid upon. This Lapras just looks like the kind of Pokemon that you want to ride. And besides that, Lapras is based on a plesiosaurus. If you don't know what that is a dinosaur that lived in the water. You know, those big scary ones that like make you want to pee your pants and cry in a hole? Yeah, that's what Lapras is based off of. And who doesn't love giant, scary water dinosaurs? I don't know, but I definitely do. And besides the fact that Lapras' personality does not match what it's based off of whatsoever, I still think it's really cool that we have Lapras that is based off of this dinosaur. And like it draws attention from the people who love Lapras for its sweet, awesome personality, and it draws people for the reason that people love dinosaurs. So Lapras is just a well-rounded overall Pokemon. And if you watch the anime, you know that Lapras is just the sweetest thing ever. He would just like let Ash ride on it all the time, and like they were just having a good time, and it was just awesome. So Lapras is coming in at the number 4 spot. In the number 3 spot is our favorite Psychic type of Gen 1. I don't know who you are, but he is definitely my favorite Psychic type of Gen 1. We have Alakazam. And beyond the fact that Psychic type was overpowered in Generation 1, Alakazam just looks like he will mess your day up. Both physically and psychologically. Because this thing, he is so serene and calm that it's intimidating. But it's also intriguing. You look at Alakazam and you see him with those spoons and you're like, what are you trying to do with those? Are you trying to eat cereal? What are you trying to do? He's just really calm, really intimidating, and really intriguing. I don't know. I'm just throwing out all the I words right now. And plus, if you forget to run the dishwasher, you know your boy Alakazam's coming through with a spoon. But it might be bent. Trying to decide who was going in number 2 spot and who was going in the number 1 spot was such a hard decision. But after minutes and minutes of contemplating, I came up with an order for them. Coming in at number 2 is Magmar. Now, Magmar is very hard to explain. It's one of those Pokemon that I don't know why I love it, I just do. I was always drawn to him when I was a kid, and like, he's like the ugly duckling, because I'm sorry if you think Magmar is cool, like a cool design. He's just so ugly. And like, not in a bad way. I'm honestly not trying to be mean right now. He just doesn't have it going for him. That forehead, man, it's just not working for the ladies. And like I said with Arcanine, I love fire types. But it goes way beyond that with Magmar. I just feel like he's like one of those cool kids at school. And he knows he's cool. But he still talks to those uncool kids because he's that good of a guy. That's what I think of when I see Magmar. Don't ask me why. That's just who I think of. I actually don't think I've ever met anyone like that in school, so, welp. And slicing and dicing into the number 1 spot on this top 5 is Kabutops. What? Quinn, you're telling me that Kabutops is your number 1 Gen 1 Pokemon? You bet your bottom dollar I'm telling you Kabutops is the number 1 Gen 1 Pokemon. You better believe that this crustacean is not being served with a side of coleslaw anytime soon. Sorry, Krabby. And for all you biology majors, I know. Horseshoe crabs are more related to arachnids than crustaceans. But come on, normal people don't know that. So let's just keep it easy. And can we talk about how cool this thing looks? Its piercing eyes, its menacing blades, its aggressive stance, and look at those toes. Look at those toes. You do not want to catch a Mega Kick from this Kabutops. Another reason why I love Kabutops is because of the 5th Pokemon movie titled Pokemon Heroes Latios and Latias. If you haven't seen the movie, do not worry, I will not spoil much. But one of the evil Pokemon in the movie was a Kabutops, and it was terrifying. I remember as a kid thinking it was so cool, and I have been drawn to Kabutops ever since. I don't know what it is about it. I just love water-type Pokemon. I love rock-type Pokemon. I love fossil Pokemon. And it's just, its design is so crazy cool that it's easily my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. But with that being said, guys, that is going to wrap up this week's top 5. And to get a little recap, we had Arcanine in the number 5 spot, Lapras in the number 4 spot, Alakazam in the number 3 spot, Magmar in the number 2 spot, and Kabutops in the number 1 spot for my top 5 favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. But other than that, guys, I want to thank you so much for all the support you've had on this channel, all the support you've had on this series, guys, and continue to show it. Show it on that like button. Let me know what your top 5 favorite Gen 1 Pokemon are in the comment section. I would love to know. I really would. If you haven't already, subscribe to Goldenrod Central. Go subscribe to me. Check me out. You don't have to subscribe to me, but check me out at least. Go check out all the conductors if you want as well. Their links will be in the description. But other than that, guys, I'm getting out of here. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in our next Top 5.